Hey everybody, it's your boy Dapper Dotticus here today. Welcome to my casting couch where everything gets screwed. And today on the chopping block is Sonic. That's right, our favorite blue hedgehog. Let me tell you a little something here. This was originally just going to be about Sonic OCs, this whole video that I'm doing here today. But there's been some information made privy to me that makes the canon stuff kind of easy to tackle. Now I also want to delve right into this and say, this is also going to be focusing on the subject of criticism. As in, if you put it out there, somebody can make fun of you for it. Somebody has every right to criticize you for it. You know, it's not like people go into art galleries, put up their art on the wall, and expect people to be like, that's great, that's awesome. No, they expect people to criticize that shit. They expect people to think, this makes me think of this and this and this, and this and this and this, and that's alright, I guess, but, you know, it could be better in other aspects. You know, stuff like that. You gotta be able to take some degree of criticism with whatever you put up. And the moment that you put something out there, you have fully accepted responsibility for being criticized for whatever that is. If you decide that you own like a pizzeria and you want to make like a mayo and peas pizza, for example, add that shit to the menu, and you think that's a great idea, somebody comes in and goes, bleh, and then they say, man, that's the worst thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Well, guess what? They have every right to think that. You put it up there. You willingly chose to accept those kinds of criticisms the moment that you put them up there. So without further ado, let's jump right into Sonic the Hedgehog with a little buddy here, Terminus, Knight of Endings. Perhaps you've heard of this one. I, to this day, still don't know if this is a joke or not, but I'm pretty sure this guy is just a Warhammer 40k character turned into a hedgehog. He's 7'4", 7'4" with his armor on and weighs 329 pounds with the armor on. I can tell you right now, Space Marines are a lot heavier than that. His voice actor, he's got a voice actor. Voice actor, not like a voice type, just a voice actor. He's literally voice acted by Orson Welles with his Unicron voice. He's also got modified Palace Titanium Naginata with Underblade Firecaster and Fusion Reactor inside the butt. Every time I read that, I just think it's in the suit of armor and his butt just has a nuclear reactor in it. I mean, he's got a pretty well thought out bio. You know, it's kind of silly, but let's read some of his backstory, his sick personality. I am Terminus, Knight of Endings. I uphold the oaths I've sworn when I don the consecrated Palace Titanium plate armor. I gave up my name and even my very identity, all for the task of rebirthing the legend, for the honor of becoming the rider who heralds the end of an era. I can't do an Orson Welles Unicron voice, obviously, but anyways, Terminus, as he's called, is usually very serious. Having been a veteran of many battles, he can come across as a cynic to those he speaks.
He's an asshole.
As a knight, Terminus does indeed follow his own code of chivalry to serve faithfully the lords and ladies whom he has pledged his services to provide protection to, and aid in the reconstructions of the fiefs he has earned through combat, and to mercilessly crush the enemies of those he has pledged to serve. This near-fanatical belief in one's oaths and responsibilities do override his apathy for others' circumstances at times, but he is not without pity. On many an occasion, he is known to be a benevolent individual, sometimes offering protection to those who need it, and only asking for food, drink, and a warm place to sleep at night. So he's the noble homeless, essentially. He is David Cage's The Noble Homeless. There's not much else to say on this guy. Oh, no, wait. Items in his current possession. How could I forget? He has a fire gem imbued greatsword of Farron with a curved parrying dagger, so he's got a Dark Souls 2 weapon. He's got a Naginata of the Endings Herald. He's got armor of the Endings Herald. He's got the Moonlight Greatsword, which is, you know, that's an awesome sword, by the way, in Dark Souls. Havel Shield, also an awesome shield in Dark Souls. And the Dragon Slayer's Great Axe, which is a mediocre axe in Dark Souls. And part of the reason I don't think he's being serious with this character is I get down to skills, and this is all done in Elder Scrolls style. All of it is in Elder Scrolls style. Journeyman level blacksmithing, master level armor and weapon maintenance, journeyman level finance, oh my god, expert level bartering, journeyman level falconry, journeyman level tracking, expert level foraging, novice level archery, novice level hunting. I feel like hunting and foraging would kind of go hand in hand to some degree, right? I mean, like, I'm not crazy in thinking that, am I? Apprentice level cooking, master level etiquette, apprentice level strategy. The way they made this guy out to be a war veteran and all that, I feel like he should have some degree of strategy at least. Expert level politics? Oh man. Master level 2-hand combat and journeyman level horseback, right? Yeah, you're gonna ride that horse with your stupid giant armor, your giant phallic titanium armor. Oh god, okay, let's move on. I'm getting sick of this shit. Next up on the chopping block, we've got a character known as Aeon the Hedgehog, who looks distinctly like Mega Man. He's a fan character created by Jesse Golden. Props to you, Jesse Golden, for making the Mega Man Hedgehog. For a summer school project in August 2002. Wow. Aeon the Hedgehog is almost legal to drink. Almost. Almost. Getting there. Since then, he's gone on to feature in several animation stories, video game mods, and Flash games. Most notable of his appearances is the Flash animation Final Fantasy Sonic X, which I actually played a long time ago, back when Newgrounds was a little bit bigger, and it was a terrible game. I do remember that very distinctly. So he's got these inverted quills with white fur and green highlights due to partial robotization. Aeon has a cybernetic right eye. Okay, he's augmented. And he's got a roboticized right forearm, hand, robotic legs from the knees down. It's just Mega Man as a fursuiter. He was once a studious and gentle teenager who preferred researching and learning rather than interacting with his peers. He's very shy and only spent time with one person. After being imprisoned in the multiverse, Aeon's heart grew cold, cursed with... How did he get to the multiverse, though? How did he get imprisoned in the multiverse? They don't explain that. They just jump right into it. He has a hard time sympathizing with the plights of individual worlds. Asshole. I'm concerned with the methods used to achieve this goal. Cool. You have all this lore for your character, but you haven't explained exactly what these multiverses are. None of that makes sense. Now maybe I'm taking this a little too far. Maybe I am. I don't know. It might just be me because I might not know all the deep, intricate lore of the Sonic comics. To which I say, we'll get to that later. He's not really that special. He's just... his design, I guess, is interesting. The more I read it, it's just this guy, he was good and now he's bad. He's actually in unfinished articles, which is pretty unusual considering this seems pretty fleshed out otherwise, but I don't disagree with that statement. Do you know that there's actually some Sonic characters that are deities, so to speak? There are deities in the Sonicverse, and they are fan characters. I know, I was shocked too. That's why we're going to look at Buer, the Black Wheel of Decay. He's a polar opposite to Ka, the Great Wheel of Being. Who is that, might you ask? Who cares? In this user's fanon, Buer is rumored to be the ancestor of all evil. He is one of the most powerful creatures to ever exist. With Sonic Forces being a thing now, a lot of these characters just seem to exist now because Sonic Forces made all of them canon. So, does that mean that Buer, King of the Dead, Buer, the Black Wheel of Decay, Buer, the fan character of evil, the ancestor of all evil, is actually real?
But hey, that's just a theory.
Oh my god, he's got quite the family tree. He's got servants, he's also got children, he's got an appearance in a role play, he's an overlord god! He's capable of light and hell magic. Magic with a K, which means that he's probably Wiccan or something. His resistance is, he's fairly resistant to the darkness element. You know, the Sonic's known for its elements. He takes more damage from light-aligned moves than moves of any other alignment, though. Because, you know, Sonic is known for alignment, not just elements, but alignments as well. You've got Team Dark, you've got Team Hero, the 5 Children of Darkness. I can't even read half of these names, they're so stupid. He's got allies, he's got rivals. Melody the Hedgehog is like the most normal sounding name on all of this list, and that is really something. One of his enemies is a character named Doomtress the Hedgehog. I'm intrigued, morbidly intrigued. She is the princess of the Death Realm, a realm specially made for the semi-immortal race of beings known as the Shadow Tribe. She's put in a temporal stasis and taken out of the Death Realm before it was sealed ages ago. She eventually was found and temporal stasis was lifted. Oh my god, she has a bunch of Pokemon moves. She's got Hydro Pump. She knows Flash Cannon. She knows Thunderbolt Blizzard. She's got all these moves. They're all Pokemon moves. Oh my god. Okay. Creativity well is running dry, huh? So we're gonna look at some of the villains now. We're gonna look under the villains category for some of these new hedgehogs and other terrifying characters. One of which is Faust the Dark. Biography. Faust is rude, sarcastic, selfish, and perverted. Oh man, a little raunchy. He's always trying to steal other people's mates, but leaves them if he sees something he doesn't like. Powers. Shadow mirror. Faust puts up a mirror so the enemy attacks himself with every move he makes. Negastorm. A powerful dark attack that sends showers of venom rain all around the enemy. Not into the enemy, just around them, to scare them. It's kind of like a warning shot, if you will. This is known to be the cause of many deaths on Mobius. Oh, okay, cool. Death Glare, the name says it all. Copycat, he can transform to anyone and copy their powers. Kirby. Nightmare, whatever the enemy fears the most, Faust will make it appear in their head, but 10 times more frightened. Is there anything this character can't do? And then you look at this character, created back in May 13th, 2013, if I'm reading this right. He's got 2 little scratches on his cheek. I thought those were 2 mouths for a minute, but there's 2 scratches. Got a nice little collar, got a nice little hoodie. I gotta wear my hoodie, because I'm cool. And it's cold outside in the middle of May. Shadow Bath. The enemy is covered in black goo, unable to move. Love Life. Oh, here's a new one. Here's a new topic for us. Love Life. Faust once was the mate of Faust, but for a very short time. He didn't like how Faust's body was extremely cold, and mating with him was very uncomfortable. Let's take a look at Faust. I want to see who he's fucking. Faust is the youngest brother of Cursedrose the Dark. Oh my god, this rabbit hole just goes deeper. Does it ever end? Does it ever end? Faust is a very sarcastic, serious kind of guy that keeps to himself most of the time. He's had lots of bad relationships and hates people in love who show off. As a young child, Faust would be tormented by evil spirits that told him horrible things and gave him terrible visions in his sleep about his family getting hurt, or even worse, getting murdered right in front of him. His oldest brother, Hallow, was able to banish the spirits that were disturbing him. Powers. Faust can use ice and dark powers. Also, he frees a person to death just by staring at them. He frees a person to death just by staring at them. Are you feeling anything? Because the joke is it does nothing. Oh. They wrote an entire dictionary just for this love life. Okay. Bear with me here. As said before, Faust has had a string of bad luck in the mate department. As a young teen, he was insulted and mocked for being scared and not being able to stay. The first mate he had was his friend Letty's older brother, Faust. They dated for 3 months, and when the subject came up for mating, Faust thought it was a good idea, and they tried having sex. 2 days later, he broke up with Faust for being a terrible mate. I bet these were made by the same person. I'm not gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure they're made by the same person. 7 years of bad relationships, Faust decided to end it all, but when his brother's son Nightmare saw him, he tried to talk him out of it and it didn't work. So he left Faust and found a locket on the ground with the words Letty and Faust forever. So he went to look for Letty, and when he found him, he told him about, oh my god, it just goes on and on and on. Who cares? Anyways, let's check out Cursedrose the Dark. That's just a name too silly not to look at. Cursedrose is the right-hand man of the king of all darks. Abyss. Cursedrose is a kind, friendly dark who loves his family and his friends. He is high in importance in the Nega world and is the king's best friend. He loves to sing, play his violin, and most importantly, spend time with his mate, Rex. Cursedrose has strong dark powers. he can teleport and turn invisible as well. I think he might need to use his powers to fix his foot, because it looks like there's something horribly wrong with it. Man, that was like a weird hiss out there. I think they're trying to tell me to stop looking at this stuff. Well, why don't we detox a bit? Why don't we talk about the Sonic Archie comics? It was me, Mauser, and Goats. We were talking about what it'd be like if there was, if Dr. Eggman had his own, like, good counterpart. And as it turns out, he does. It's him. Dr. Robotnik used to be known as Dr. Ovi Kintober. But Sonic, using his time-traveling bullshit, turns him into Dr. Robotnik by making him trip over a toaster or some shit. I don't know. It's really something, though. Kind of just looks like a... kind of looks like Robot Jesus, really. I mean, like, look at him. He's like, he looks so jovial. Sonic comes from the future to turn him into Dr. Robotnik so that he can defeat this other evil faction known as the Metallics or whatever. I don't fully understand it, but it's a thing, apparently. And he does. He does this by making Dr. Kintober trip over a toaster or something. I don't fully understand this. And then he gets so mad from tripping over that toaster that he becomes evil and makes robots that'll wipe out Sonic the Hedgehog. So, what about Anti-Sonic? Like, we have Metal Sonic, we've got Shadow the Hedgehog. That's what you think of first, right? Like, you think of, like, you know, the evil Sonic. Well, you'd be wrong. There's another Sonic, who's also known as Anti-Sonic. His name is Scourge the Hedgehog, who is literally just Evil Sonic. That is it. That is really it. Like, his name is literally Evil Sonic at one point in the series, apparently. But as you can tell, he's a real bad boy. Like, look at those glasses. Look at those glasses. Look at this green fur. He looks so stoned out of his mind in this picture. Oh man, look at his nice jacket. Hold on. I'm gonna do my cosplay here. I got just the thing. Check me out. I'm Evil Dotticus now. Drop out of school, kids. In summation, the Sonic fandom has spawned some very bizarre characters, some with potential, but most of which are just downright stupid. It's easy to look back on some of the things we've done as youngins and laugh, and no place is that more prominent than Sonic. While some people may not be as apt at handling criticism, it is my one hope that, if nothing else, someone at least gets a hearty chuckle out of this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.